It's Shaggy, back with another example of how America loves our dumb from sea to shining sea. Today's homespun batch of crazy comes from the world of the internets and how Americans truly love to click on dumb links. Tell me how many times you've seen headlines like this. Or maybe even some of these. It's something called clickbaiting. And besides being more annoying than that one family member that tells you the same story over and over and over again at every family function you see them at, it's actually pretty big business. In fact, Upworthy, a company that single-handedly changed the way headlines were written for social media, generated over 54 million clicks in 1 month alone. Now, is the content contained in these links something never before seen? Has wonderment and amazement returned to the human race? Are we about to witness something unknown before the birth of the internet and the GoPro? Well, the simple answer is no. So why does every headline on social media read like Jesus came back to Earth on a UFO and Tupac Shakur was the driver? You see, these sort of headlines have taken over the social media in the past couple of years because internet publishers have found that they help boost page views, and that leads to more revenue from advertising. Critics of the style, and there's tons of them, say it's a cheap and fundamentally unsatisfying trick to users. It's kind of like listening to morning radio hosts pretend to be interesting, but you know once they go home they lead very, very sad lives. Now, Facebook apparently agrees with you now and is now putting a halt to that content like this. Well, you're going to see a lot less of it because according to Facebook, clickbaiting, that's what happens when a publisher posts a link with a headline that encourages people to click and see more, does so without telling them much information about what they'll see, and is kind of damaging. See, Facebook's algorithm currently rewards these links when they're posted onto the social media network because these links tend to get a lot of clicks. No duh. It may also hurt Facebook's business model, which, if you know, entails getting people to spend as much time as possible on Facebook. So it's no surprise that according to the social media giant that, quote, when asked people in an initial survey what type of content they preferred to see in their news feeds, 80% of the time people preferred headlines that helped them decide if they actually wanted to read the full article before they had to click through. Now, over time, stories with clickbait headlines can start to drown out the content from friends and pages that people actually care about. That says Facebook. It's making Facebook a lot less useful. That's the gist of the announcement. Now, too bad Facebook hasn't realized that thanks to more and more older users taking up full-time Facebooking as a hobby, there's not a snowball's chance in hell we won't be drowning in inspirational quotes and news stories for many years to come. Thanks, Auntie. I didn't know how much I'd get through my day without knowing the story of a shop teacher that happens to be super good at working with wood, which is his chosen profession in life, and thus makes perfect sense that he would actually be good at something he's paid to teach. Go figure. Well, now Facebook says it would like to try to stop or lessen this clickbaiting plague by showing fewer of these types of stories while being careful not to ensnare other internet publishers. So perhaps now we can see the end of headlines like, "This starts with her breaking the law and ends with us all in awe," and instead says something closer to the truth, which is, "This is probably the worst 3 minutes you'll spend watching a video about a chick bragging that she's an artist and you're not." Now, the dumbest thing about this story, we all do it to ourselves. So if you do want to inspire someone online today, try this. Keep your clothes on. Don't talk openly about bodily functions or uncomfortable personal situations. It'll be a lot more appreciated than another link from a site that writes deceptive headlines. Trust me. And join me next time as we do battle against the forces of dumb in America.